What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Football Card Quest. I'm your host here, Andy Kazin, here with Steve, the Hitman Taladezi, and we're about to do a underdog best ball draft where you do not have to worry about any start-sit decisions on a weekly basis, Steve. So we're drafting a bunch of teams this summer, and we're here to talk about the ultimate strategy to help you dominate your fantasy football home leagues. And the best way to do that is to do more underdog best ball drafts, because it's just all about the draft. It's all about the draft, Steve. It's like doing a paid mock draft, man. What's your favorite part about best ball drafts and underdog fantasy, Steve?
Oh man, I like that we get to do these community drafts. I like to do the best ball drafts for the set and forget it. I like to do it for the sheer amount of them I can do, and keep myself involved in fantasy drafting and stuff like that. Uh, Again, if you're doing other leagues with friends and family where you got to set your rosters every week, those take research, those take time to set your lineups. There's decisions to make. The draft that we're about to do, or that you could do on here, is essentially the entire season. So there's a lot that goes into the draft, but it requires so little actual work on your part. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, man, you said it, dude. That's all. That's all my my favorite components as well. Uh, y'all know what night it is. Let's do it. We got literally 3 spots left open. 3 spots left open. Let's dig in, y'all.
I don't know about you, Andy, but I have been trying to pick up a Peyton Manning Topps Finest refractor this week. That's why I was looking those up. Don't think I'm going to be in the price range for a 10 at the moment, but I think it's just a card to have.
Yo, Bush Leaguers, I think that's a card that you want to have, man. What's going on, Derek? Derek's feeling good tonight. Derek's always feeling good. You know why, guys? Because Derek does a lot of underdog fantasy best ball drafts. He's got the little shield.
Derek probably has more best ball drafts than everyone else in this channel combined. Realistically, though, not even joking.
Wait, and you know what happens when you do that? He takes home the money. He takes home the bag every year. And you saw the cards that he submitted for grading recently. A lot of those cards that he submitted to CSG that we did as part of our group submission, Derek Richard used his fantasy football winnings from last year to buy those cards to then submit to CSG and then rinse and repeat this year. So if you guys want to dominate your fantasy football leagues, win that money, we're going to be talking about our round-by-round strategy with one of the best drafters, including myself. Steve, I made it to several finals last year, won a league. I won a few best ball leagues. These private ones we didn't place and win any money in the big tournaments, but it's nice to see that they do have the big tournaments. It's like 80, 90% full. Guess what else they've got, Steve?
They have pick'ems for before the games.
Yeah, buddy, man, the pick'ems.
That is my favorite thing to do. Now, here's for you guys that haven't done these before. Any football wagering or pick'ems or anything like that, I think the most interesting weeks to do any football related wagers of any kind are the first few, because it's not quite sure where each team is going to shake out, and they could end up just off to a really hot start or not. And if you have the right head of steam in the right direction, you can make quite a bit of money. Like we were suggesting, maybe with the Lions winning, or maybe with the Bears winning week 1. If you have the inclination to think that can happen, you're going to be in good shape, where other guys think that those games are gimmies for the other team.
Yeah, man, you are so right. And I'm so excited. Like Josh Allen, 320.5 total yards at the Ram Thursday night. Over under right off the bat. A lot of times they'll release a special line too. So you use promo code Quest, you get 100% instant deposit bonus up to $100. You could potentially put that 100 in. You get a special line of like something like they did the Kenny Pickett of a half a yard in the preseason. So they'll do something crazy like the Super Bowl. They did Joe Burrow of 1 yard. And so you get an easy one there. You string 4 more picks together. You get all 5 of them right. and all of a sudden you're turning $5. Multiply that by 6, you could turn that into 30, or you could, pay up and pay up, put more money in, and potentially go for the gusto.
Now, Andy and I did hit quite a few five leg parlays, whatever you want to call them, last year. But I think the key to these is not getting greedy and going with like a 2 or 3 leg version where you have a much higher probability of hitting.
Baby Santa, hop in this draft, brother. Hop in this draft, man. I'm digging that profile pic. Looks like you are you dug in, man. Looks like you're dug in like me, ready to get into a best ball underdog draft right now. Promo code Quest. Michael Pittman or AJ Brown, half PPR. Steve, who you got on this?
Ooh, man. I like Pittman, honestly. I think Pittman is just going to be locked into this season. I've been saying it for a couple months now, and I'm sticking to it. Although AJ Brown not going to be too far behind him, but I think Pittman is just going to soak up targets.
Yeah, I'm torn on that. I would actually lean AJ Brown in Dynasty. I would lean Pittman in season long, but I'm torn. It's going to be very close. I feel that where AJ Brown's current ADP is, he's in the back half of the second round. I don't really see AJ Brown sliding too much further out of the second round, whereas I could get Pittman later in the third, sometimes the fourth, probably not the fourth anymore, but we'll see if we can fill this league. Only 3 spots left. Pittman's kind of going somewhere in that range. But Pittman, I believe, presents a better value. There's more target competition, you could say, in Indianapolis than there is in Philly, but there's also a higher passing volume and a better passing quarterback that is going to throw the ball a lot more in Indianapolis than there is in Philly. So all those things add up for me to lean towards Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too far away as far as their actual production. Whereas maybe Pittman will be more of like a target soak, AJ Brown with a little bit more of the big play ability. I think that by the end of the year, they'll be not too far off in scoring. Top 36, Derek. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, okay, AJ Brown, obviously, is borderline, you could say he's a generational talent. And yeah, I agree with you. With his age and his talent profile in the right offensive system, I mean, he's a locked in, loaded alpha. So is Michael Pittman. He's good. I think Michael Pittman's going to continue to climb in people's dynasty ranks after this year. He's going to move up. He's no longer going to be top 36. He'll be, probably in that fringe wide receiver 1 range, probably top 20 somewhere. Of course, AJ Brown's going to still be in your top 12. DK Metcalf is probably still in a lot of people's top 12, top 15 dynasty ranks with his age and talent profile. But we're talking about seasonal fantasy here and just talking about like this season and the current offensive system that they're in and everything, and trying to score fantasy points week 1 through week 17. I don't know, man. I think Michael Pittman could beat out AJ Brown this year.
And we've talked about this in past weeks with these best ball drafts. Guys that won it in previous years, they drafted in June, right? And where was Pittman going in June? Where do you think he was going in June, right? Much later than he's going now. And that's kind of key, where you can end up with guys that have immense talent that you're getting in like the 7th through 10th round versus having to pay top 3 draft capital to get them.
Yeah, man. Let me see if I can hunt some people down here. Do we have
Carter? Where's Carter at?
Yeah, where's Carter at?
Get him.
Let me see. Yeah, let's see.
Derek, where's your burner account? You want to get in a second team? Derek, I don't like I don't like Mike Williams or Jameson Williams over Pittman.
Yeah, I don't see Shelly tonight. So let's see if we can ping her and see. Uh,
You know, a lot of people fading uh, the Seahawks receivers, right? But someone's got to catch the ball up there. I mean, even if it's Gino or Drew throwing the ball on the low end, they're going to throw for 3,000 yards. Even if they suck, someone's going to have to receive those passes. So I don't think that those guys should be completely faded. They won't be winning anytime soon, but they'll be producing. Oh, we got one opening left. Look at that.
one spot left. Let's see if we can't get that filled up. One spot left. Let's see what we got in here. Hey, Tuckleberry Finn, man. What's up? Sharp Hobbies. What is going on, man? How you been, Sean? Awesome. Bush Leaguers, Scaldesi. Yeah, so we literally just need one spot. We got NFL North. Billy says he's getting his revenge tonight. Literally last week was the first fantasy football draft he's done since like the early 90s. So he's excited to get back into another one and seek some revenge. You'll see maybe Joey collects or maybe Jets Crazy's out there. Let me see, Let me see if Jets Crazy's out there. One spot left open in this 12-person private best ball league. $5 entry.
Who's it going to be? And those 4 spots kind of dissolved quickly there.
Yeah, you know, it probably took some of our good people out there to hit that thumbs up button on the live stream that kind of pumps you up in the YouTube algorithm, and then they kind of put your stream out there to let other people know that you're live right now and you're doing a live fantasy football draft. Like it's go time, you know, right now with just a week left in the preseason before the regular season starts. A week and 2 days.
Andy, I got to set while we're talking fantasy sports here, my year 16 keeper league keepers need to be set by midnight tonight. So I have that on a different window open here, and I got them pretty much figured out, but I just haven't submitted it yet. I gotta drop the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Oh, you're dropping him?
I am. Do you know who to start last year? Who my 3 quarterbacks were?
Oh, who was it?
I mentioned this before. It was Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert.
Wow, man.
That's some foresight for you. So I had to trade Herbert because he had the most long-term value. But I have Burrow as my keeper, and I have T. Higgins as a keeper too. So I'm pretty happy with that.
It's insane. I don't know how you pulled that off, man. I don't know who your league mates are.
I made a trade for Higgins. My other 3 keepers are Eckler, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen. So I had to decide between Keenan Allen, Herbert, or Burrow and T. Higgins. So I stuck with Burrow. I tried to get Jamar. It didn't work out. Obviously, he's a pretty hot commodity.
Hot commodity right there, man.
Doesn't mean I won't try, though.
Yeah, you gotta try, man. You gotta keep fighting a good fight.
I got a couple of pretty well-known guys that I have to cut. Go down that list while we're waiting for one person here. Tom Brady being the most notable. Have to cut my boy David Montgomery. Cutting Rob Gronkowski, sad face. Cutting Amari Cooper, who I've had on my team since like almost his rookie year, probably. And everyone's favorite, Brandon Ayuk. Those are probably the most notable ones.
And tell Carter he's got the 1.3 pick. Let me text him. I've hit up a few people. We still have the one spot left open.
Justin Jefferson in the house. What up? Yeah, Billy, I gotta let go of the GOAT Tom Brady, man. He's I can't risk letting go of Burrow, who's going to be around for a long time, for maybe one season, maybe 2 seasons, however many Brady's going to play. It's a little too much on the edge of my seat for me.
TJ Nolan, I believe Jamar Chase is going to have a sophomore slump. Bold take. What's the thought process behind that, or is that just like a hunch?
I mean, he played like crap in the preseason last year too, so I don't know if he's gonna have a sophomore slump as much as the guys around him will have better years, which will make him look like he's in a slump.
Poor Man's Investing said WTF is spa. What's spa? I don't know. What's a spa? I mean, a spa is one of those places you go and get massages.
Oh, someone meant PSA.
Oh,
Unless there's some offshoot grading company that's SPA, like really messing with people. But
Jets in the house said, Andy, what do you think it would? Do you think it would be smart to buy a Jalen Hurts Mosaic PSA 9 for $30? No.
No, if it's a base, I would say not.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why, because I bought a BGS 9.5 for $20, a base Mosaic, like what was that, like a month or so ago? Because I mean, it's just like the base Mosaics are a dime a dozen for guys like Jalen Hurts, and you can get those quite a bit. I mean, hey, look, the thing is, TJ, I mean, you're definitely have a valid argument in the sense that getting back to a Super Bowl is incredibly difficult, and we've never seen prices this high for a wide receiver. Now, it is a combination of him being a second-year player, so he was a rookie last year, and there's still new product being released for those guys, rookie product, and his prices are higher than a lot of quarterbacks that we see out there. So even like mid-tier quarterbacks, like his prices are equivalent of mid-tier quarterbacks in the NFL. So from that standpoint, I mean, and you have T. Higgins in that wide receiver room who's really good, but Jamar Chase, he is the complete package, and he does have that chemistry with Joe Burrow. So his success is going to be very much contingent upon Joe Burrow being healthy and then playing at a high level again. So, I mean, it's possible, but I feel like Burrow is typically off to a slow start only to finish super strong. So if that's the case, then buy into Jamar Chase, buy into Joe Burrow, just like last year whenever it gets to the end of November,
Yeah, I think, Andy, you know this, that I'm all in. I'm sold on Burrow. I think he's the next guy to own, the next guy to keep around on your fantasy squad, dynasty, whatever. Will he be Tom Brady? No clue, but will he be good for a long time? Yes.
All right. I cannot receive. We're having trouble. TJ, hop on in a best ball draft with us, brother Joseph. I think Joseph's in this one, right? Joseph, you in this one? We got a $5 best ball draft. It's literally the easiest form of fantasy football that you can ever play because you have no roster start sit decisions. You literally get to have all the fun of the draft and none of the work on a weekly basis. No waiver wire, no roster start sit. You just draft a big team and you automatically get the optimized points, man. And If you're new to Underdog, you get a 100% instant deposit bonus with promo code Quest. It's as easy as that, man.
Billy,
Easy
where
as
you
that.
at?
And we've only got one spot left open. This is a private league, so it's not even a big player pool. You can literally hop in this thing. If you beat me, you beat Steve here, you can take $32, or second 17, third place, you get your money back, and just have some fun with us. Awesome. Joseph's in, man. Joseph's in. Which there it is, Mr. London. Duh. I'm a knucklehead sometimes, man. What can I
Billy,
say?
get in there, man. What's going on?
We got a new collector. Awesome. Awesome, man. We got a new collector in here. Filthy, London, got TB, Tuckleberry Finn, Steeler, Sharp, Bush Leaguers, Derek, Hitman. One more. We need one more.
I know Billy's mulling it over. He got his feet wet last week.
Who got their feet wet? No, Billy.
Yeah, man. Billy, practice makes perfect, man. My first draft was, cost me a lot more than $5 to get in, and it was not good many years ago. Says he's in. Is he in already?
Yeah, Billy's in.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Excellent. Derek said he's got a guy, but it could be an auto draft.
Well,
I mean, if he wants to contribute $5 to a not winning sheet, that's okay.
Yeah, it could.
Crazier things have happened. I have seen an auto draft team win a league before.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to pick based off the Underdog rankings and ADP. I think at this point, it's okay. We'll take the potential donation from the auto drafters, and we'll get this thing underway.
Roberto says thoughts on buying Saquon.
Oh, Saquon.
I think
man, he is steamed up big time in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think that for people that had his stuff and keep getting burned on it, I think that they're just looking to unload. But if you've got any of his stuff at the rock bottom sale that's been the last year, you're probably looking to sell now. And I think there might be only a limited more buying window on his stuff.
Awesome, man. TJ, you are the man, TJ. TJ's in, so we're off to the races here. And look at that. I think, TJ, if you are Lucas K, because I think that's the new name that I noticed here. So looks like TJ's getting the 1.2, man. Bush Leaguer's at the 1.1. Hopefully he's done taking his poop. He's back ready for the draft. Wait a minute. They've got an incredible phone app with Underdog as well. Super easy to draft from your phone. So you get Filthy at the 1.3, Derek 1.4, myself at the 5, Hitman. Oh, man, dude, I'm sandwiched between Derek and the Hitman. This is not going to be good.
Snipe City.
This is not going to be good. Steve at the 1.6. You got Sean from Sharp Hobbies at the 7. Tuckleberry Finn at the 8. New Collector at the 9. Steeler 10. Mr. London 11. And Billy NFL North at the 12. And my goal here is just not get auto drafted. You know what, man? I half point PPR. I have very little exposure to Derrick Henry. I'm gonna do Derrick Henry this time. Man, if he gets back to his form, I mean, before he had the foot injury last year, he was on pace to once again hit 2,000 rushing yards. It's just one of those things where he finally got a little injury, but sure, he's crested the 1,500 carry mark, but Derrick Henry is not like other running backs. So if he gets back to his form, we know that the Titans are going to give him that workload. So if you're playing in a fantasy league that has point bonuses for 20 plus touches or point bonuses per carry, then Derrick Henry is your guy. You know, standard non-PPR, Derrick Henry. He's still the king, man. What'd you do there, Dalvin Cook? Yeah, you're a big Dalvin Cook guy here in the second half of the first.
And you know what? His ADP is going up, and if they're talking about trading Madison away, that's just a clear-cut sign that he's going to just steamroll.
Hard gym ball. When I die, please spread my ashes in the women's long jump. You have been on record in the Football Card Quest live stream here 1 week and 2 days before the regular season starts of the 2022 NFL season. Jim Harbaugh, if he dies, spread his ashes in the women's long jump sandpit. Will do, sir. Roberto says, I never get Filthy says he never gets nice things. Where's Filthy at? We got him this time at the 1.3. Yay, Filthy gets nice things tonight. Roberto got a rookie Saquon iMac RPA out of 25. 2-color patch for $195. That's a sick card. Would you guys wait a minute? Oh, okay. So he's commenting on the earlier question about Saquon and then saying, would you guys buy Amon-Ra? For the right price, I would buy Amon-Ra. But when I compared Amon-Ra to guys like Rashad Bateman, yeah, I felt that I'm like kind of backing out on Amon-Ra and pivoting to buying DJ Chark on the Lions instead.
Yeah, you know what kills me about Amon-Ra is like I want to invest in Amon-Ra, but a lot of his stuff is really overpriced. Maybe, right? I mean, if he goes off, how much higher can it go? Some of this stuff is really, really high already. Derek, that's an interesting I didn't know that parallel existed yet.
I read that first part of the comment and I thought it was a legit comment. And then yeah, I was like, did the same thing you did. So let's see. Look at this. We got NFL North refining his strategy. Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce at the turn. Love it. Mr. London goes Swift Kamara. So is it just pretty much a guaranteed thing? Obviously, Kamara is going to be week 1, but I think the community is feeling pretty confident that Kamara is not going to face any suspension this year at all, and you can see that his ADP has been reflected accordingly.
He could end up being the value, though, if he ends up playing the whole season.
I'm going robust RB start here. I'm going to get my guy, Lombardi Lenny. I'm going to go robust RB start.
Bulldozers, man. You got 2 bulldozers.
I'm doing it, man. I'm trying to build a unique roster, do something a little different. When you do a bunch of these, you kind of want to get. Is Aaron Jones? Where did he go? Oh yeah, I mean that's about par for the course for Aaron Jones. I think he's a great value in the second round where Hitman got him. In a PPR league, I would even argue that I would take Aaron Jones over Joe Mixon because Joe Mixon just doesn't get the receiving work. Now, Kamara, Barkley, hard to argue those guys over him just because there isn't that 2-punch combo for Saquon, for Kamara. I mean, Mark Ingram's there, but he's 33 years old. And, yeah, maybe he's a hammer occasionally at the goal line, but – or like a breather back for Kamara, but otherwise, I mean, it's the Saquon and Kamara show in those offenses, whereas Aaron Jones has got A.J. Dillon to contend with.
Derek taking Pittman on me like that. How dare you?
Let's go T. Higgins.
I knew that was coming. All right, I'll tell you what.
You would have taken him. Derek with the 0
a guy that I have very little exposure to.
If Oh, yeah, dude, I am torn between taking Pitts there. Honestly, I love the value of Kyle Pitts in the third round. Literally, Drake London's already been banged up like twice and dealing with injuries. He's great, but he's got to stay on the field. They're going to be in so many negative game script scenarios, and Kyle Pitts is just a mismatch nightmare. I mean, and you saw where he lined up in the last preseason game. Oh my God! Like, if you saw the commentary from him and from the commentators in that game. I mean, it's not only that, but I mean, look at the numbers he put up in his rookie season, over 1,000 receiving yards from a tight end. That's the rookie tight end receiving record. I mean, this guy, from a dynasty perspective, any tight end premium league, I think you got to take Pitts over Andrews and Kelsey. You could argue for Andrews because he's pretty young still, but I love Kyle Pitts, and I think he's got an insane ceiling this year. I think for a tight end, he's going to finish tight end 1. That's my guy, but can't take him in every single draft.
I think he's bound for at least 5 touchdowns too. I mean, the single touchdown thing last year is kind of an anomaly.
I wouldn't be surprised if his cards dip though. Like his card prices dip at the in November, because just the Falcons are going to be like, one of the worst records in the NFL. I would think by that time, Desmond Ritter's starting. They're playing the Saints in week 1. Like I think they're going to get torn apart. Like we could see Mariota. Like Saints defense is a good defense to pick week 1.
Derek said if St. Brown's that good, Lions don't spend a top 12 pick on a receiver. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, they maybe thought they were getting a value at 12 because the guy's hurt. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's like saying, would you not draft Anquan Bolden because you had Larry Fitzgerald, or vice versa? I mean, you probably would, right?
Yeah, I mean, so DJ Chark's on a 1-year prove-it deal. It's kind of like he's in between jobs right now, and the Lions gave him a shot. They needed more depth, obviously, desperately needed more depth. Amon-Ra St. Brown last year, his target competition was what? Khalif Raymond, TJ Hawkinson was hurt. DJ Chark wasn't there. Like, I mean,
Swift missed quite a few games.
Yeah. So down the stretch, it was literally the target competition for Amon-Ra St. Brown was nil. And I think that Amon-Ra is not an alpha. He's got the work ethic, but like physically and where his talent profile fits in is a complementary role. He fits in great as like a Calvin Ridley if you've got a Julio Jones on the other side. So I think that was the goal for the Lions. I think that's why they brought in Chark. That's why they drafted Jameson Williams, and because they need that role. And then Amon-Ra can be that Robert Woods, Calvin Ridley type of guy. And so, yeah, I think Amon-Ra is going to do just fine this year. Probably do great because now DJ Chark's in the offense and TJ Hawkinson's healthy and DeAndre Swift's healthy, and it's probably not going to be better than what he did last year, but it's going to be good. Like it should be a really safe floor.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, Andy, and take Amon-Ra.
There you go. In the 4th round, I mean, it's not bad, but what else do I got on the clock or on the board? I can't do it over Allen Robinson. I can't take Amon-Ra over Allen Robinson. That's a tough pill for me to swallow. Because Allen Robinson is actually a true alpha, and you know this. You're a big Chicago fan, and he's played with terrible quarterbacks his entire career, and he finally gets the best one of his career.
Well, because you wouldn't be salty if he played for your team and did absolutely nothing last year.
I would be salty. He had the worst year of his career, but at the same time, it'd be like, man, the whole situation has been terrible for him. I love Allen Robinson in the 4th round. I like Juju there. If you guys want to master a 0 running back strategy, watch this cat right here, DBO68. He doesn't have that shield for no reason. See, I hover over and it says highly experienced. So if you want to master a 0 running back draft, a strategy, you're in the right spot tonight because Derek Richard is showing us how it's done here, DBO68. goes Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, Juju Smith-Schuster, Darren Waller about to become the highest paid tight end in the league. I'm back on the clock. Give me some. What do I got? Derek, Henry, Leonard Fournette, T. Higgins, A-Rob. Let's go Cooks. I haven't got any Cooks yet. All right, I have Cooks. I just don't have much of him.
I guess at this point, I'm just going to draft all guys I like. So here we go.
Did I snipe you there?
Yeah. I was going Waddle earlier, and he got taken right before me, and then you grabbed Cooks. So, I mean, this is basically what I expect. I mean, every one of these we've done, a lot of us know, like, who each guy invests in and what the community is talking about that week. So, it's the snipes are going to happen in abundance in these kind of drafts. We all have our own little player niches that we're all into. But I'm okay with Deontay Johnson there.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson in the middle of the 5th. I like it. He did get a little banged up in the last preseason game, but he's fine. Mike Tomlin said he would have came back in if it was a regular season game. He's got a good work ethic. That's a pretty tough dude.
That guy was a target hog last year too.
Yeah, target hog had a lot less drops. That was the thing. Deontay Johnson, like Brandon Cooks, solid 1,000-yard receiving guy. I think he's got that same floor this year, maybe a little bit higher because he actually had 1,400 air yards. So talk about air yards as a good indicator of how much actual potential a wide receiver has. 1,400 air yards means that was the distance of all the intended targets. So he could have had 1,400 receiving yards. He only had 1,000. So there's absolutely potential, especially when you look at Davis Mills' passing acumen. He's a good passer, a lot of negative game script scenarios. So we'd like to roll for Brandon Cook kind of locked in there as the number one target leader next to Nico Collins, who I think is incredibly undervalued in fantasy and cards. Steve, we talked about him a few times. There's no secret. I know guys are going to be targeting him in the later rounds because he's a guy like, whoa, this guy's got the same upside as Brandon Cooks. It's obvious that Davis Mills can fuel 2 fantasy relevant wide receivers. And this is like we're looking at here, Cooks, Nico as a 1-2 punch combo like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins kind of thing. Run on quarterbacks is going. Oh, Steve, I didn't realize you left us there, brother.
Yeah, I have a dual monitor set up, and every once in a while, the PC doesn't want to acknowledge the second monitor, and then it bumps everything over to 1, and it kicks my camera off. I'm not sure why, but
tell your PC get its act together.
Seriously, man, what a slacker!
Unacceptable.
What is coming up the pipeline here? Let's see what I missed. Dalton Schultz, Alan Lazard.
Tuckleberry goes A.J. Dillon in the 5th, and that was actually his first running back. So now he hits David Montgomery, your guy in Chicago there. David Montgomery clearly back in that bell cow role. He's one of those guys, always been safe for me. I don't think he has a tremendous upside. It's in his 4th year. You know, you got one of the worst offensive lines in the league in Chicago. I think Fields may be on the move a lot, but they're going to need to run the ball if they're going to take some of that pressure off of Fields. And man, I've been hammering a lot of Coop in this range. Ayuk, I don't have a lot of Ayuk in this range. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like some of these. I'm gonna do it here.
No. Oh, no.
Did I snipe you?
No. If we're gonna be, I mean, I've told Derek this the other night too. I have zero exposure to Trey Lance. Not one draft.
I'm taking him naked in this case. You know, no wide receiver, no tight end. Stack him with, you know, Kittle went there in the 5th to filthy Filthy building a nice roster there with Jefferson, Javonte, Etienne, Mahomes, Kittle, Mitchell. I'm just going to take him for the rushing upside. I'm going to take another quarterback later on, Steve, but I'm going to take him here. I don't think he would have made it back to me. I think one of those guys would have taken him. I think either Lucas or Bush Leaguers would have taken him. And maybe it's not the optimal move, but I think one of those guys would have taken him. I don't think he would have made it back. And I was just looking, or Derek could have taken him, and I could have maybe sniped Derek there. I don't know. He just picked Brandon Ayuk, but he's going to go Burrow. Interesting.
He went Burrow because you did Lance. I'd bet almost any amount on that.
Kadarius Toney in this range, gross. Amari Cooper in this range, that, in my opinion, is a no-brainer. I like Amari Cooper in this range. Love it because that. Look at the wide receivers that are left, Steve. Any of these guys, wide receiver ones on their team, not yet. Treylon Burks potential, Chris Olave potential, Christian Kirk potential, but. I mean, you can maybe say Christian Kirk with the money that they're paying him, he's got to be a wide receiver one on this team, right? But other than that, no, Tony ain't no wide receiver one on his team. It's Amari Cooper. That's an easy one there for me. So just like I think it's important when you're looking in your drafts and you're looking at making a decision here in these mid rounds, like rounds 5 through 10. Like, think about the workload. Take talent multiplied by workload equals, should I draft this guy over another guy? You know? And Amari Cooper is going to have a bigger workload, and he's got a better talent profile for being an alpha wide receiver in terms of being a wide receiver one on his team, getting the higher workload, higher target share than Kadarius Toney. Where's Shant when you need him?
Oh man, you beat me to it. I was just gonna say something about that. I was gonna say it depends on who you ask, because maybe Toney should have an ADP of like 50 or something. Not my opinion.
Amari Cooper, rookie year.
I love the Amari Cooper pick. I mean that guy's got top 5 round potential.
Yeah, 2016 to 2021, over 1,000 air yards every season. 2019, 1,500 air yards, over 100 targets every single season since being a rookie. And that's what I'm looking for right there. Number 4 overall draft pick from 2015. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's an excellent route runner, and he's consistent. We talked about this. Kadarius Toney, he's being faded, and maybe this is the direct result of me. Kadarius Toney, though, does not have the size. He also only played 10 games. Even if you were to extrapolate, he played 10 games and got 57 targets, of which he only converted into 39 receptions. And Sean will tell you that's because Daniel Jones, well, he played with a few different quarterbacks last year, but he's not a target hog. He's not a target hog guy. 57 targets, 10 games. You add another 70%, 57. Get out my calculator. 57 times 1.7. 96 targets, potentially. But Kenny Golladay missed a lot of time. And you had no Wan'Dale Robinson in the offense. So I don't necessarily think the targets are going to go up. In fact, they could potentially go down. I think Daniel Bellinger is a pretty decent tight end too, and I think that you could potentially see I don't know what Sterling Shepard. I had to have to check on what Sterling Shepard's recovery timeline is like. Also, what is Darius Slayton's recovery? I think Darius Slayton might be healthy again. So
a lot of question marks with the Giants, but like I said last week, or was it a few nights ago? With Tony, I mean, he's better suited for a best ball draft than like a weekly, but he's still maybe a little bit, high for his ADP. But again, if he stays healthy, he is kind of a top 2 receiver on the team. So
sure, I give him that. Give him that. A little bit higher fragility rating. But Wan'Dale Robinson maintained a 30% target share at Kentucky.
Bush Leaguers. Nice, man. I have that same Undertaker, man. Not graded, but it's a nice card.
Nice.
I don't know how I feel about Chase Edmonds. I see a lot of people saying that he's the value of the draft at that ADP, but I just see the Dolphins using too many running backs still. He may shake out to be the lead back, but they haven't cut anybody yet.
I love Chase Edmonds in the 8th, 9th.
I
Amari
like
Cooper.
Derek's question though, because I don't know, but people have been picking Stevenson way earlier. I know that Harris maybe has some touchdown regression coming, but I still think he's the guy.
I saw Derek's comment about Ramadre. Ooh, how many wide receivers? Give me. Dang, my wide receivers are stacked, yo. I don't have a tight end yet. I'm gonna have to make a decision quick here. Cole Kmet this early? Why not? Did I not get him? Did I miss him? What happened? What'd I do? Oh, dang it. I got auto-picked. Dang it. That was not what I wanted to do. Auto-picked. Dadgummit. Whoops. And I don't have a player to stack with Dak. So, yeah, all right. Let's Ramadre Stevenson over Damian Harris. I get it. Damian Harris last year, 15 touchdowns, like touchdown dependent. What if I think that the Patriots still, well, didn't they waived Kevin Harris, which is not, I guess, a big hit. James White retired. Ty Montgomery hurt. I don't know how much time Ty Montgomery is going to be missed, but I know it's significant. I don't know the full injury details. Let me see.
I think they end up using Harris Stevenson as like a pretty close share for the work, but I mean Harris will probably get the bulk of the goal line work. So I mean, isn't that who you want?
Well, I do see Harris as being. I feel like Ramadre Stevenson's got more upside. I feel like that he could get a hot hand more often than Damian Harris, and they could just lean on him in a lot more situations, and to where he gets more receiving work, he gets more rushing work inherently, and I think Ramadre Stevenson's a better runner. I just think he's a better runner. Last year, Damian Harris had 929 rushing yards on 202 attempts, 4.6 yards per carry. Look at his yards after contact, yards per touch, 4.8, number 25. Evaded tackles, 61, number 16. Let's see, yards created, 438. That's number 37. Yards created per touch, though, 1.99. That was number 44. And if you look at the yards created per touch for Ramadre Stevenson, Yards created per touch for Ramondre Stevenson, 3.09, number 15 amongst running backs last year. That's why I'm taking Ramondre Stevenson over Damian Harris. Also, Ramondre Stevenson had a number 4 juke rate, 35.4%. That's evaded tackles per touch. So I'm looking at a much better rusher. I'm also looking at a better receiver. So I'm just looking at a guy with higher upside, man. And he only had 5 touchdowns last year compared to Harris's 15. So maybe that's where you differentiate and you say if there's no PPR, you go with Harris. So there's a massive touchdown difference. It's literally 6 points per touchdown, 10 touchdowns. That's 60 points that Stevenson would have to make up for if that's the same touchdown split. But I think Stevenson gets more goal line opportunities too this year.
You know, they were both used quite a bit in the receiving game. I think it's to say one is the receiving back and one's not is kind of like not necessarily correct. He might be used. He might have the edge in the receiving work, whereas Harris has the edge in the goal line work, most likely. I mean, they're going to – if the offense – if Mac Jones is struggling like they say he is, I mean, they're going to probably be run first, and they don't really have much in the way of a receiving game. I think they're going to really emulate a lot of what they did last year.
Did you take Antonio Gibson, Tuckleberry? Where did he take Antonio Gibson at? Oh, okay, in the 8th round. Well, I mean,
Steelers yacked my Kirk Cousins.
Say what?
I said Steelers yacked my Kirk Cousins that I was sitting on.
Oh, he did?
That's all right.
You and Steelers are on the same wavelengths, man. I see that. I see his Kirk Cousins there. And oh, that was after he had Herbert in the 3rd, so that's interesting. I did not mean to draft Dak Prescott there. I would typically not ever do that when I've got Trey Lance. And then later on, like, I don't see Dak Prescott having nearly the rushing upside that this year. I mean, look at his rushing last year. I mean, Dak Prescott's rushing numbers fell off a cliff last year after that ankle injury in 2020. And so that's what, like, I'm drafting Dak in the range of a pocket passer more so now, you know. Maybe he rushes the ball a little bit more, but, I mean, we're talking about a guy that had 300 rushing yards, 277 in 2019, and then literally that number got cut in half last year. So I don't know if he has that same rushing upside, but he's obviously got at least 4,000 passing yards in him. All right, we're back on the clock. Probably should take another running back here. Not crazy about Kenneth Walker. I'd rather reach here. I'm not crazy about any of these. Shoot. Dang it. Well, I've got him now. What's his injury? I got to see what the injury status is on him. Man, that clock goes quick sometimes.
Yeah, it does. 30 seconds is not a lot.
I like it because it keeps the pace of the draft up. But, man, if you are not, like, ready for your pick, man, it's going. Latest. Just tell me what his injury status is.
Were we looking at it real quick here?
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker says one day at a time, recovering from hernia.
Yeah.
Status for week 1 seems up in the air. Probably not a guy that you're going to roll out week 1, maybe not even week 2.
Yeah, I mean, I like him at the right price point, so I guess here in the 11th isn't bad, especially given Rashad Penny's history with injuries. But, like, man, if Kenneth Walker is already the hernia. He's still a rookie though. Geno Smith behind center, not exactly going to force defenses to move back. Pete Carroll likes to rush the ball. Low scoring volume offense. So there's a lot of reasons to kind of push Kenneth Walker and Rashad Penny down the draft board. But what we see happen with a lot of rookies is kind of catch on fire towards the back half of the season. And based on just workload volume alone, we could see him catch fire and put up some pretty good numbers. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know me. I like what's his name too much, Penny. I don't know if I think Walker fits into my Trey Lance profile. I don't think I have him owned in any leagues.
He's good, man. He's super good in college. Obviously, put up 1,600 rushing yards and 19 touchdowns in his senior year at Michigan State. It's not a SEC school. They are a Big Ten school, and got that second round draft capital. Ran a 4.38 at the combine. It's really fast. So he's got like that LaDainian Tomlinson athletic profile. The situation there though is just a low scoring volume offense. The offensive line for the Seahawks is not great. It's not like the worst. It's not as bad as the Bears, but it's also it's not great. We're not no Lions offensive line, or Eagles, Bucks, anything like that. Not even Jets. Not even like as good as the Jets. So obviously you're taking Breece Hall. You're definitely taking Breece Hall over Kenneth Walker. Yeah. Actually, no. I take that back. According to Pro Football Focus, the Seattle Seahawks projected starting lineup is ranked number 32. That is last place in the entire league. 32. So we're going to make up for that pick by sniping the crap out of Derek here. And we're going to go Alexander Madison.
I knew that wouldn't last. Yeah, I passed on him to stick with receiver. I feel like I'm pretty deep at RB, so that's a great pick there, especially for a guy that was probably getting drafted around there already before the news came out today that he's being shopped.
Sorry, Derek.
What did he go? 2 rounds past his ADP somehow.
Five picks past his ADP.
Oh, five.
Yeah, his Best Ball Mania ADP, which is the big $2 million tournament. But this is the same exact strategy you would use to win that tournament, man. Except you'd be thinking a little bit more of those Week 17 matchups. So you look at those Week 17 because you're against a bigger player pool. That's the big difference between this and that. If you're getting into the $25 Best Ball Mania 3. Otherwise, look at that 0 RB strategy here from Derek. Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, Juju Smith-Schuster, Darren Waller in the 5th, Brandon Ayuk, Joe Burrow, Damian Harris, Devin Singletary, MVS, Melvin Gordon, Justin Fields. I think at
least half of us were looking at Fields in the last round there. It's a great backup to have.
Yeah, I think Fields is a great value later in drafts. And I think the one strategy that or one thing that Derek does really well is you can tell that he's never like pressured. He never feels pressured to draft a running back in like this dead zone. Like he literally will wait out till the 8th round. Whereas like Tuckleberry, he went a 0 RB, but what he do, he got guys right here in the dead zone when he really could have held out to the 8th round and put some serious I'm gonna go Osborne. I missed a dang pick again. Who did I get? Spiller? Oh man, I hate Spiller there. Oh, that's gross. Ugh. That's gross.
How do you feel about Jameis this year?
Jameis Winston?
I
I think,
I mean, it's been a while since he threw for 5,000 yards, but
dear God. Yeah, no, I'm not expecting any of that, but I think he's gonna have a much higher efficiency rating, and he's accurate, man. He's been pretty accurate lately. I think he's settled down a lot, man. Honestly, I think he's a sneaky good value. I've seen his cards going up quite a bit after this past weekend. I think he still presents a sneaky good value. Oh, look at you. You got him right there. I think he presents a sneaky good value in fantasy, especially this late. And I like the weapons. I'm a big Chris Olave guy. I think Chris Olave is really good. Michael Thomas, if he can ever get his act together, he's obviously proven to be very good. I love Jarvis Landry. I'm another big Jarvis Landry fan. Kamara is one of the best running backs in the league, talent wise, and so he'll warrant the workload. He's obviously already been showing that that he's ready to go, and
we know he's ready to eat it. He's always ready to eat a W. We know that.
Yeah, Jameis is for sure. Spiller's back at practice after being banged up. Sprained his ankle, second preseason game. Okay, well, that definitely affected his ADP. That's why Joshua Kelly was looking better than him. Larry Roundtree. Obviously, they got the day 2 pick on Spiller. Spiller had the profile from, what was it, Texas A&M, right? No, he's a day 3 pick, but that's because his combine metrics were garbage, dude. Compared to the just the pure stats he put up at Texas A&M, over 1,000 rushing yards his junior and senior season, with almost a 10% target share. So solid receiving metrics as well. So a lot of people were really high on him. And you watch the film, like his highlights, they look pretty good, but then he tested like hot garbage at the combine. And he sprained his ankle preseason week 2. So his ADP is way down. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it because he's on the Chargers. So we'll take it.
Let's see here. There's some intriguing picks out there. Damn it. Snipe Landry. Man, I haven't put like a single combo together because all my receivers keep getting yacked up. Well, I guess I'll have to reach eventually, right? Force the combo. We will force the combo if we have.
Oh, I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. I do have to at some point get a tight end, but at this point, like, why not just continue to wait? I'm gonna end up getting one though if I don't pick a player quick. Who'd I draft this time? I just keep drafting random player. Oh, I got Albert OK. All right, Albert OK.
I mean, that's a guy that you probably would have taken, right?
I like Albert OK. I mean, we've all kind of soured on him as of late, man. His peak value here in the preseason was much earlier. It was actually back in April, March, whenever Russell Wilson signed with the Broncos. It should be back up though now with Tim Patrick, out for the season. Albert OK can fill like a variety of roles. I mean, we're talking about a massive, fast tight end, like 6'6", 258, but also runs a 4.4. Like Albert OK runs a sub 4.4, and that's why we're like, oh man, this guy could be good, right? It's 100th percentile height adjusted speed score. 4th round draft pick, still young, only 24 years old, so he's got a lot of time to develop as a tight end. Did I just miss my pick again? Oh, no, now I'm on auto pick. Holy crap.
I figured you had to be when I saw the pick.
Dang it. Oh, yeah, never pick Kenny Golladay there. I would have rather had Jameson, Paris Campbell, Robbie Anderson. Give me any of these guys. I'm over here flapping my jaw about Albert Okay. Give me Marvin Jones. Marlon Mack, man, released. There's a possibility he could get re-signed after they get rid of, they basically like, okay, shedding some dead weight, and there's a possibility he could get re-signed after they do the rest of their cuts and stuff.
I mean, someone made a comment about Alberto playing into the fourth quarter, but I mean, Treylon Burks played into the fourth quarter of a preseason game, so I don't think he's a bench rider, at least not yet.
I'm going back and reading all the Derek Richard comments about Ramondre Stevenson. Buy the dip. Walker's legit. It kind of has a rhyme to it. Garrett Wilson in the 11th is a steal. Where did he go? Oh, yeah. Nice pick, Steeler. Yeah. Great value pick in the 11th, man. Garrett Wilson is a baller. Where did Chris Olave go? Where did his twin brother go? Up here in the 7th. So, yeah, big disparity there between Chris Olave in the 7th, Wilson in the 11th. And Elijah Moore is good. He's really good. He's really shifty, young, explosive, great route runner. Separates against man coverage like nobody's business. But, I mean, the quarterback play is probably a little bit worse on the Jets than it is for New Orleans. So I get it while Olave's up there, maybe a little bit less target competition, but still, everybody's got their price point, and Garrett Wilson going down here past Tyler Boyd, Julio Jones, Rondale Moore. Yeah, man, that's an incredible value. I went Treylon Burks there. Like, I'm kind of going out on a limb with this draft, man. Now I'm on like 3. Oh, I'm about to get auto picked again. Whew, I turned it off just in time so I can actually make my pick this time. So y'all should be able to beat me pretty easily at this one. Late round tight ends? Yeah, loving me some Hayden Hurst here. I should just go ahead and snipe old Brevin Jordan, like some Brevin Jordan too. What else we got here for wide receivers? We got to make up for it.
Spinning out a little bit. There's some value to be had though.
Where's Danny Gray? Danny Gray's out there. Give me some Danny Gray. What about any running backs left out there? Do I really need any running backs? I don't really need any running backs. Crowder. No. Oh, okay.
Tight end.
What did I get? Oh, I did get Hayden Hurst because I had him queued up. Okay, sorry, Derek. I wasn't going to snipe you on him, but I'm sorry. I think Derek would have gone Hayden Hurst there because he got Joe Burrow away. But he also got Fields and Matt Ryan. Like, he drafted 3 quarterbacks. Wait, that's right. I got the Dak pick way earlier. Spend my last round pick on Simi Fehoko.
It's when you hit on those kind of picks, those are the ones that can win you the league, though.
How are T-Laws? Roberto, how are Trevor Lawrence immaculate RPA pretty much the same as Joe Burrow? Because he's a year younger. Actually, he's a couple years younger than Burrow. Burrow's actually kind of old for his draft class. But that's it, man. Trevor Lawrence has got the hype being a second-year player with all the new weapons and the new product. So his Immaculates haven't been out as long as Burrow. But I would have that a hard time believing. Like, I'd have to go and like find a pretty wide sample to do a case study on Trevor Lawrence Immaculate RPAs versus Joe Burrow. Now I'm gonna have to do it. Dang it! Probably not tonight though, but I am gonna have to do that case study. Do I not get a pick? Am I back on auto draft again? What's going on here? Danny Gray. Yes. I got Danny Gray, Derek. Sweet. I got to find somebody to stack here in the last round with old Dak Prescott. Like, was this an isolated incident, Roberto, or did you find this on multiple listings? That's what I would be interested to find out.
He's got the whole Eagles backfield. Is that before the trade for Alexander Madison?
Derek letting his yes, Derek. Very scary, man. Very scary.
Yeah, but isn't the other tight end out for the first 4 games?
Greg Dulcich?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Let's see. I know Underdog. It sent me a notification, said I was on autopilot. That's nice of them. They're trying to help me out.
Yep. First 4 games.
Boom. So this is time. This is time for Albert OK to prove himself. You know, he is a young tight end, so maybe they're just giving him all those reps and that time in the preseason to really develop as a tight end and a playmaker. And they do plan to use him a lot more. They want to use him, so they need him to develop in the preseason. Just like Mike Tomlin said, the regular season is an actual boxing match. If you want to box, you got to spar. So that's why he's a big proponent of starting his starters in the preseason. Which, by the way, Mitch Trubisky, confirmed starter week 1. He's happy about that. How long is it going to last, though, Steve? I don't know, man. He's on a tight leash. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, man, they could make the playoffs. They could.
Yeah, they could. Sure, I give you that. Yeah, all day. Steelers every year.
They've got great receivers. They've got a formidable defense. They've got definitely a good run game. Granted, their O-line isn't great, but Mitch is mobile. You know, and they had good receivers before they drafted Pickens. Pickens was just like unexpected to be that great. He's awesome. You took Marquez Callaway. No.
New collector snipe.
I thought there was no way in hell.
Snipe. New collector. Let's do a little roster.
Oh, then Tuck takes Trubisky. Oh, man. Should I cry an hour later?
Only 6 days, give or take, to get in a BBM3. Season is almost. Are you trying to get me to do a BBM3 right now? Is that it?
All right, Andy, we're gonna go with one of my hobby favorites.
Hobby favorites, final round.
Let's go.
Boink. Brian Edwards. I'm on the auto pick with Simi Foco. I did it.
Last round value. That's last round value, man. You can't clown me for picking Callaway anymore because apparently there's other people that like Callaway too.
I think Steve, you got to sign off, right?
Yeah, I do. I got an early morning tomorrow. But I definitely encourage you guys to do another. If I didn't have to wake up early, I'd stay on for another one.
Yeah, I'll hop in a BBM3. Right, I don't mind hopping in a BBM3 right now, because they go pretty quick. I just need to go get a fresh drink. I'll be right back. But yeah, no, this is a great draft. I'm gonna just quickly look at some of these rosters. Bush leaguers getting that number 1 pick with the robust RB start. I'm liking it. It's not too shabby. Maybe a little reach there on DK Metcalf. Not crazy about his wide receivers. I definitely think he's weak at wide receiver and strong on running back. So that's a tough build. Not my favorite one. Lucas, CMC, Andrews, Evans, Judy, Hall, Moore, London. Yeah, that's a pretty solid build. Still not my favorite. Filthy Collector, Jefferson, Javonte, Etienne, Mahomes, Kittle, Mitchell, Devonta, Sky, Moore, Sanders, Palmer. Gets Gainwell in the 11th. Dobbs, Hamler. That's a pretty solid roster. I can go there. Derricks, Cup, Hill, Pittman, Schuster, Waller, Ayuk, Burrow, Harris, Singletary. Another pretty solid roster for 0 RB. Can't complain there. It's juicy. I went Henry, Fournette, Higgins, Robinson, Cooks, Lance. I had a good start. I feel like I had a good start, and then I kind of slowly unraveled.
I think everyone gets a little discombobulated when in these home leagues when you start seeing players like maybe get drafted a little earlier than you're expecting to. And not to say that they shouldn't, right? But when you do enough of these, you see guys go really close to their ADP. And when you start doing home leagues where guys are getting taken a round, 2-3 rounds, not necessarily 3, but a round or 2 early per se, then it does kind of throw your game off a bit, especially when you only have 30 seconds to take a pick.
Yeah. I like Tuckleberry's start here. Diggs, Lamb, Josh Allen, Marquise Brown. I wish he would have just committed to the 0 RB and done like Derek and not drafted a running back to like the 8th round. But I can't hate on the big man here, AJ Dillon and Montgomery. It's not terrible for the 6th round. So I like his build because then he gets Michael Carter here. I like that. Darrell Henderson, Khalil Herbert. Oh, so he went with both Chicago backs. So that's interesting. I guess not like optimal on paper, but
a hair of insurance.
Yeah. So I like Steelers. Yeah, Steelers has a solid start here. So did New Collector. Some of these back end, man, I really like these back end draft slots a lot. Okay.
Well, I'll let you guys get to it, Andy. I gotta wrap my day up. I gotta be up in a couple hours here. But as always, it was a pleasure drafting with everyone and getting our 2 streams in this evening.
Yeah, man.
I will catch up with you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Yeah.
Peace out, guys. Have a great night.
All right. See you, bro.
Peace.
Peace. All right. So let's just do this. So I could probably go get a and I'll answer your question here in a second, Javier. But so you guys have some entertainment for just like 30 seconds. And then we'll hop into a BBM3. Let's just play a little countdown. Are you ready for the juice?
More juice! What? More juice for the gyro.
I like the juice. Juice is good.
Oh, I guess I don't need that anymore. But look at that. That was perfect timing, huh? Yeah, but if we set up a private one, I don't think we're gonna fill it. The review. No, I got you, Billy. You had a solid roster, man. It was solid, man. I liked it. I think we're gonna have to do a BBM3, but why don't you guys get into BBM3 with us? Because if we did a private one, we'd only be able to get like 6 to 10 people right now. Get you fired up, but big Bush Leaguers. Chris is in for a private. Three-person, 6-person. We'd have to do a smaller private. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be able to do a 6-person room. Okay. Let me get to NFL. Let's do a 6-person. 10-person. We might be able to. Let's do a 6-person. I think we can fill a 6-person pretty quickly here. Let's create a private. These rosters are going to be stacked. There you go. That'll be interesting. I did a $5 6-person league, Tuckleberry. I feel like we may have more than 6, but it's going to be somewhere close. But this will go by pretty fast, and this will be fun. All right, so it's filled. Ooh, I get the streamer 1.1 treatment this time. Right on. Check it out, man. 1.1. Bush Leaguers 2, Mr. London 3, Bama 4, Derek 6, Tuckleberry, Derek 5, Tuckleberry 6. Okay. Already filled. Who missed? JT, did you miss a spot? Did you miss? We got Bama, Bush Leaguers, Mr. London, Derek, and Tuckleberry. Dang. I think JT missed it. So I could have potentially done a 10-person. Dang, Chris didn't get in either. Well, the draft has already started now. So we just have to, we had to do this draft. But it should go quick. Jonathan Taylor. Give me Jonathan Taylor. In the half PPR, I'd rather go Jonathan Taylor, number 1 overall. Billy missed out too. Dang it. Well, 6 will go quick. 6 will go quick. Look how small this is. 18 rounds. We'll pick rapid fire for you guys. 6 will go super quick. Stacked rosters. Whoa, Tuckleberry Finn. That's a shocker. I guess with these stacked rosters, the strategy does change. But wowzers. Josh Allen, Austin Eckler. Just having fun with it, man. There goes Jamar Chase, Travis Kelce. In what world would you ever get that start? In a 6-man league. Cooper Kupp, Derrick Henry. I guess you could blow up this draft board like boom. Big time draft board. For the old eyes. Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams. Whew. Check out that start. Oh my God. Dear God, I get Stephon Diggs. It's like you almost, and CeeDee Lamb. Like if I'm going to go Saquon Barkley. I got to diversify a little bit here. Got to give me some of these elite running back workload upside. Sorry, Tuckleberry. I imagine that you probably wanted Stephon Diggs there for your squad. Billy, your draft this time in that last league was leaps and bounds better than the first one, in my opinion. Look at Derek going Kelsey Andrews. It's cornering the market on tight ends. Having the turn in this format is a lot of fun. Because your picks are, we're picking from the same amount of rounds, same roster construction, but with half of the competition. NASCAR Fantasy Live. Never played NASCAR Fantasy. I did not know that 14-man pick number 2 CMC PPR league. Oh, it's Christian McCaffrey all day. PPR league is Christian McCaffrey all day. Nobody's had more PPR fantasy points in recent NFL history than Christian McCaffrey. So that's an easy one. Dude, I almost feel like I'm cheating with these running backs. I did Leonard Fournette last round. What the heck? Let's do it again. What fantasy team in the history of look at my starting 4 running backs. My 4 running Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Leonard Fournette. That's insane. Derek is ruthless with the tight end corner. Yeah. Yeah, if CMC stays healthy, I mean, you're going to absolutely smash in that format, because look at your league size as well, man. You got a 14-man league, and you have the pick number 2 overall. Do not bet on that guy getting injured. You've got to go Christian McCaffrey. You'll have such a massive advantage in a PPR league over your league mates if you go Christian McCaffrey and he's healthy. Yeah, exactly what Derek said. CMC stays healthy, you almost guarantee yourself a playoff spot. So what do we got going on here? Uh-oh, we got a Gabe Davis sighting in the 6.6. Sutton Moore. Yeah, this is going to be over before you guys know it. This is like a 15-minute draft. And I'm not going to get auto-picked at all. I'm not going to get auto-picked at all because we're just going to – I don't really have to deviate a whole lot from my rankings here. What am I thinking? Actually, that's not a bad that's a pretty interesting choice to go. Who would you guys go with over between Allen Robinson and Terry McLaurin? Bushleaguers takes Terry McLaurin right after that. I mean, Terry McLaurin, the confirmed wide receiver 1, elite separator, alpha in his team, but worse offense, worse quarterback. You don't take much of either of them? Man, I really like Allen Robinson where he goes. Rashad Bateman. They're playing the Jets. Rashad Bateman is a confirmed wide receiver 1 on his team. Lazard has a lot of question marks. He projects to be a wide receiver 1 for Rodgers, but until we actually see that pan out in a game, I'm starting Bateman week 1 over Allen Lazard. Oh, and right before that, Brett said, who has a bigger breakout season, Bateman, Lazard, Marquise Brown? Marquise Brown, third most shootout games on the schedule this year, according to Vegas Insider, for the Arizona Cardinals. Not to mention, Kyler Murray has the best deep ball completion accuracy percentage in the NFL last year, and the Cardinals like to play fast. Their pace of play is one of the highest in the league, so that's just more passing opportunities, more deep throws to Marquise Brown. They went to college together. Like, it's on, man. Marquise Brown, definitely bigger breakout season. Eric says, for A-Rob to return his value at his current ADP, Kupp needs to stink on ice. Or Stafford needs to be a historic QB in yards and touchdowns. So you think A-Rob has gotten too expensive there? I am going to go Waddle here. I'm going to diversify a little bit. I mean, I don't really need any more running backs. I'm like, running backs are so stacked. Who's out here? Oh, so we get Jalen Hurts here. Let's diversify. Let's go Hurts here. Because I'm going to go ahead and star Goddard. Yeah, I get he's a wide receiver too, but I mean, it's tough, but it's like he's really good, man. He's a really good separator, a really good route runner, great in contested catch situations. The Rams are going to be in the red zone a lot. So I see him being a little bit more touchdown dependent, but I also see him getting a lot more looks now than and giving Cooper Kupp a lot more competition than Kupp had last year. Now, he's not having breakfast with Stafford, and so he definitely is not like going to be his secret weapon like Kupp is. So you got a valid point. Man, you cannot get last year's stats for A-Rob are terrible. You know, Derek, that is an anomaly. Last year is the exception, not the rule for A-Rob. Last year should be totally erased from A-Rob's career. Last year should be totally erased from A-Rob's career. This year, man, that's a tough one. I'm going to go Allen Robinson. There's a lot more target competition for Deontay Johnson. Plus, he's in a worse offensive situation, and the quarterback's not as good. I'm going to go Allen Robinson in that case. We hope that's the case. I guess we can't really be sure about anything. We feel good about it. I feel pretty confident about it. 95% confidence. We're actually going to get Deontay Johnson. You know what? We're going to get both. How about that, Derek? We're getting Allen Robinson and Deontay Johnson because this is a six-man league, and I can do that. No, Kupp is competition for targets, but who's behind Kupp? Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson's going to is missing significant time. Van Jefferson is hurt. Come on, man. You trying to I wanted, yeah, I reached on Dallas Goedert there because I wanted to. Did I snipe you? Because I wanted to stack Goddard with Jalen Hurts. Brett says, "What do you do if you had Marquise Brown and Hopkins?" Well, I think you're really good for the first 6 weeks, but after that, no. After that, I get it. Yeah, no. You could potentially start them both. You could potentially start them both on a weekly basis, but yeah. I mean, you could start them both with Kyler Murray or just by themselves. I mean, they're both going to be fantasy relevant every week after Hopkins comes back. You know, they could both put up good fantasy wide receiver one numbers. Honestly, think about it. Oh, back on the clock, Deontay. So I'm like still picking RB1s, wide receiver ones for QB. Dak Prescott's still out there. Matt Stafford. Go Antonio Gibson here. Did I get well, let's go ahead and go Mooney here. Heck yeah. Go Mooney. Yeah, man. So Thursday night, we're doing a free fantasy football league. It's called the Short Print Bowl, and the prize, I put one of them on the wall. See that? Check that out right there. The prize for the league. It's free to get in. You just have to be a patron of the Football Card Quest. Membership tiers as low as $6 a month. And you get access to that web app you guys saw earlier. Get access to that fantasy football league. Get access to the giveaway I'm getting ready to do tomorrow. Look at what my wife found earlier at the store. Boom. Guess what else I got? 2022 Chronicles draft picks. Boom. Look what else I got. 2021 Optic, baby. So, yeah. These are going to be giveaways for the lovely patrons right there. We're going to be drawing that tomorrow. Then Thursday night, we got the patron exclusive fantasy football league for potential to win those slabs at the end of the season. And you also get the Discord, the web app. You get the written content, the bonus videos that I put out from time to time. So, got a jet. That's a good problem to have, Billy. That's a good problem to have, man. But I get it. You got when you're doing it, you just gotta hunker down and list those cards, man. Now is the time. It's now or never, brother. It's now or never. Brett Francois says, isn't Sutton in a similar situation as Marquise, though? Both fighting for that wide receiver one position. Well, yeah, but I mean, let's face it, like Courtland Sutton is definitely fighting for it, but he's going to win it because his competition is Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler. KJ Hamler, when healthy, could absolutely be a pretty big force, but he has struggled with injuries so bad in his career. And Rhett, oh, did I not read his earlier question? So Sutton is absolutely the alpha in that offense, man. Quarterback proof, already proven to be dominant at the NFL level. Now he gets a massive quarterback upgrade. I like Sutton better in that offense than Judy. I think Judy is not a true alpha, and not putting my money on Judy in that offense. That's why I was happy to sell my Judy cards when I could and get out from underneath them, make some money on them, made a lot of money on them, and move on. Whereas I still have a Cortland Sutton on my wall that I've got overpriced on eBay because I believe in him more for the duration of the season. So, and he's only a 2018 rookie versus let's go ahead and take Elijah Moore versus Marquise Brown, a 2019 rookie. So yeah, I think I feel great about Sutton this year versus Marquise Brown. I think probably a better floor. Maybe you could argue. It's hard to argue. I mean, obviously, it's very similar. Very similar. Not players, but just I think they have similar number projections. Brett says, this is my 10-team PPR. Lamar Jackson, Austin Eckler, Joe Mixon, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins, George Kittle, Zeke, Lockett, Kmet, Marquise. Dang, dude. Dang. Yeah, I mean, dude, look, you have Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Lockett, Alan Lazard, Rashad Bateman. Heck yeah, do it. Trade Marquise Brown for Cortland Sutton. Do it. Yeah, I would. Lose the draft board? There we go. Draft board's back. Didn't realize that the internet takes a break late night. Nah, you good? Carter was live on his channel. I figured as much. We on the clock. Last 3 picks here. This one's in the books. I'm picking. It sounds weird picking Drake London at the end of a draft. Who else is out there? Oh yeah, give me Cole Kmet. Love me some Cole Kmet. Who else is out there for quarterbacks? Oh yeah, that's right. I got our guy A-Rob earlier, so we're gonna go ahead and. Sounds so weird. Like, yeah, which round did you get? Got Elijah Moore in the 16th round. Picked up Matt Stafford at the end of the draft. Steeler, great question. This is a key strategy because after these 3 guys right here, see these 3 guys, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, there is a significant drop-off in production. You could argue, and this is why we preach that George Kittle and Darren Waller are such a value because they have produced at top 3, top 5 tight end numbers before consistently. They're consistent target hogs in their offense. But once you get past here, there is a significant drop-off, and I will spend a mid-draft pick on Dallas Goedert. But once we start getting past there, TJ Hawkinson drops off. Dalton Schultz, this is a guy that could regress in production big time. A lot of his passes last year were shallow, tight end screens, shallow passes, a lot of touchdown dependency there. So tight ends in this range can just fall off a cliff, to be honest with you, and you can get them super late in drafts, man. So it's like one of those things where they're hit or miss, and their production is not consistent on a week-to-week basis. So you might as well spend a later draft pick on them. Like, don't spend up to get them unless you're getting the elite tight ends. Like that, like a Pat Freiermuth later in the round, especially in best ball when they're automatically optimizing the roster for you on a weekly basis to give you the most points. You draft a couple of them, and you're set, man. Ooh, Nick with a good one here. Tony Pollard. So I've noticed that Tony Pollard's ADP is, well, this is not a good format to look at that in. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll take Chris Olave here. What do I have? I already have 7 wide receivers. Let's go with another tight end here, and let's go with Njoku. There we go. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the ADP of Tony Pollard. Thank you, Derek. Man, Derek, you are the man. Tony Pollard's ADP at 79, Walker at 117. I like the value on Walker. Now, if we're in a PPR format, I may go Tony Pollard because I like his receiving upside this year in the Dallas offense. We also know that they're going to throw the ball a lot, and Dak likes to play fast. The Seattle Seahawks are going to play slow. They've got one of the worst offensive lines. There's going to be fewer red zone opportunities. And even if Zeke gets red zone opportunities rushing the ball, I like Pollard getting receiving opportunities, getting more work out of the slot. So PPR format, I'd go Pollard. If it's a standard format, half PPR, might as well wait because Pollard is now kind of moved up into that running back dead zone where it makes more sense to get quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends, pivot away from running backs. So it kind of depends on how you start your draft out at and what the scoring format is for me. Six-man league. Derek says it may bite me in the ass. So do you guys want to try a 10-person one? If we got 10 of us out there, I'll do a 10-person one. I'll do a 10-person best ball. I'm down to do one more. We should be able to fill this up. Let's do a super flex league. 2 QB league. Well, we can't. I can't do a. I can't. I'm doing super flex leagues through Sleeper, and they will start one up again. I'm sure Bush leaguers, like, they had the Pomeranian, but it was literally up for a day, and then it was full already. So they fill up quick, man. The super flex leagues, but I guarantee you that because the last Pomeranian that Underdog just did on Monday was filled that same day. Like, it filled from morning to night. It was full. I think that the next one they do is going to be a super flex, so watch out for that. It's probably going to spin up Thursday, and I'll probably pop on Thursday night and or the Friday and find a time to get a super flex one in. All right, guys, let's do this, man. I think we're going to fill this thing up. There's only 4 spots left open. Let's rock and roll. Let's make this happen, man. We can do it. 10-person. I haven't done a 10. When I first started playing fantasy football, my league was 10 people. I remember that. We did 10 people for a couple years. It's a pretty significant difference. I felt like there was a lot of players left out on the waiver wire. Obviously in best ball, what's interesting is there is no waiver wire. So you really do need to pick players that are going to perform well throughout the duration of the season and not rely on having to pick up, players off the waiver throughout the week. But 4 spots left open, guys. Let's fill this up. Let's do this, man. Looks like there's definitely enough people out there in the chat, according to the YouTube analytics. Yeah, it looks like we may be doing another. Like, I'll give this a couple more minutes before we might have to leave this one and do a 6-man. It looks like we lost those 4 people earlier that wanted to get into the league, and then they didn't. It really didn't go very long. It took like 20 minutes. But I think so. I think we're down to the 6 amigos. And a few people drop off the stream. I get it. It's super late. I need to go to bed myself, but yeah, man, I'm excited. And I had an energy drink. I had an energy drink at like, thanks, Captain Obvious, JJ Bama. Thanks. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Yes, Joseph, you're the man. I feel you, brother. Get some sleep, get some shut-eye, enjoy that. Rest easy, knowing tomorrow will be a good day, man. You drafted some solid teams tonight. Been fun. All right, screw it. I'm leaving this draft. We're doing a 6-man. Bush Leaguers, stop talking that crap, man. You know you don't have to do any work. Yeah, you got to sort some cards. You got to sort some cards. But you can sort cards while drafting a best ball league, right? You got time in between your turns. 3-person, 6-person. You guys want to do a 6-person $10? I'm going to do a 6-person $10. Teams and the pickings are slim at the end. JJ Bama, you are something else, bro. You're on time to scratch your nuts. Oh, you're funny. Dude, I can only imagine hanging out, drinking beers with JJ Bama, Derek Richard, and Bush Leaguers. I'd probably just be laughing my ass off all night if I was at a bar with the 3 of you guys. Raising all kinds of hell. All right, now what happened to our 5th and 6th man? We got 2 spots. We have 2 spots, guys. Who's it going to be? What happened to our 5th and 6th? You're supposed to leave the last one and get into this one. This was a $10 one. So basically, if you're new, we know you guys know what the drill is. If you're new, promo code Quest gets you that 100% instant deposit bonus. Dang, Bush Leaguer gets down like that. I'd be downing shot after shot. Jesus, man, you're trying to get me wasted. If you're at the bar with me, you wouldn't have time to laugh. I'm gonna need some of that. If I'm doing shot after shot, I'm gonna need some of that Derek Richard herbals. I'm gonna need some of those Derek Richard herbals. He said just beer for me. Oh man. How do I leave the other one? There's a giant red button, Bama. Aren't you an IT guy? Bama, come on, man. I know you got this. He said you can sleep in the tub. Bama, come on, man. There's a red lead. Unless you're on your phone or the iPad, then I think you have to go to the info button. There's like an info button on your draft. Oh man, Steeler. Do we have to? We got one spot. We got one spot, y'all. Do I have to leave this one too and start up a $5 one for Steeler? I had a feeling that you were on iPad. I think I remember you. Hey, there we go, man. We're in the draft. We're in it. Let's go. Oh, we got Homer in here. What's going on, Homer? Bama. Oh, I got the 1.2. Getting that early draft pick treatment. Seattle 24-11. What's good, man? Bush Leaguers, Derek, Homer, Derek. What's good? Shout out to Seattle 24-11 and Homer. All right. Sorry about that, Brian. We'll do a $5 one on Thursday night. Draft starts in 10 seconds. You guys crack me up. Oh no. All right. Don't everybody got to make their pick. Everybody's got to make their pick. I did a slow draft. Well, it's a good thing everybody's paying attention. Nobody fall asleep. Everybody make your pick. No funny business here. I totally accidentally did a slow draft. So this could go very badly. I'm assuming that everybody's present. And if everybody's present for their pick, Bush Leaguers, you got plenty of time now to scratch any kind of itch you got, sort the cards. Oh man. No, I lost my my card to call out JJ Bama. First the auto picks earlier. Now the slow draft. Yeah. Joseph, you could have got a whole night's sleep and it would have been your pick up. I do the slow draft formats, and then I'm like, so I have a few slows. Like when the last time they did a super flex, I got into a bunch of slow. I don't even think they're doing slows anymore. Maybe they're doing this one because it's only a six person league, but I'm glad that everybody is taking their pick. This is beautiful for me. It's hard for me to get auto picked with this slow draft format, but I think what I was trying to say is that when I do a slow draft, I tend to ignore the thing instead of picking the pick right away if I'm busy, right? And so I ignore the thing, and then whenever I ignore the thing, it's like, 10 minutes left. And then typically when it tells me 10 minutes left, I'm busy again. So believe it or not, I've been auto-picked more often on the slow draft format. I'm going to go Swift here. I've been auto-draft more often in the slow draft format than the fast draft. If that's believable. But it's true. I did. It was a secret ploy by me to not get auto-picked. You guys know I struggle with that. That's a serious struggle. I see a therapist once a week. That's what we talk about. Like, seriously, I got auto picked again 2 times. Need, apparently it stems from, deep childhood trauma. I'll tell you guys. It's hard for me to get off of Saquon Barkley here in the 3rd round. what kind of analysis? We're hammering. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was thinking I'm at the turn again. Going robust RB. Going robust RB here, guys. Derek, didn't you take Travis Kelce last time in this thing? Didn't you go what did you do last time? Diggs, Kelce? Or, yeah, I think you went Diggs, Kelce. Seattle, Eckler, Diggs, Harris. What's Bama doing? Bama, do you... Wow. That's so kind of you, Derek. I appreciate the super chat, sir. Oh man, that would be funny. Actually, I'm borderline tempted to ask for that condolence there from Underdog. Get them to change my name to Auto Draft Andy. Whoa, late stick popping in late night. Late stick, late night. Kadarius Toney. The way you typed in this comment here, late stick, like I picture you just like waking up out of a dead sleep, like screaming Kadarius Toney, like you're just like dead asleep and Kadarius Toney. The king of that gives me an idea. I should do King Auto Draft Andy. That would be funny. That would be funny. Did you, late stick, did you wake up out of a nightmare about Kadarius Toney? Did you have a nightmare that you drafted Kadarius Toney in the 7th round? Oh, back on the clock. Sorry, guys. It's a good thing I got that 9-hour timer on this thing. Andrews. Man, it feels good to get Mark Andrews in the 4th round. Tell you what. I can't pick on Sean because he's not here to defend himself. But that was one of the worst, if not the worst. That is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my life. Oh, I'm back on the clock. See, this 9-hour draft timer is working in my favor, man. I like this. Don't have much Debo. Why does everybody fade Debo? I've been fading him. I'm looking in the mirror here. Why, Derek, help me out here. Why should I fade Debo? Why should the people fade Debo in the 2nd round? Should we fade Debo in the 2nd round? Are you fading Debo in the 2nd round? See, he did have nightmares. I would imagine that I'm probably I'm sure there's some YouTubers in like, Australia, maybe Japan, China, other side of the world that are live right now. Probably only YouTuber on the East Coast of the United States that's live right now doing a fantasy football league. So make sure you guys hit that like button. T. Higgins in the 6. Whoa. That's a good value. I'm not either, man. I'm not either. I feel that Debo is too expensive in the second round. Rather have Mike Evans. Honestly, I'd rather have T. Higgins. I think I'd rather have T. Higgins. He said Tony or bust. There you go. That's a good reason to smash the like button. 9-hour timers. 9-hour draft timers. This is a live draft marathon until the season starts. We will not go to sleep. We will not stop drafting on Underdog Fantasy promo code Quest until the regular season starts. How about that, guys? 8.5% exposure to Debo across 519 drafts. Wow. 12.9 on Ayuk. Much better price tag on Ayuk. Surprisingly, not in the card world. I didn't get to talk about Ayuk tonight, but the rookie ticket autos for Ayuk are almost $100 now, dude. Oh, DJ Moore. Didn't I already pick Keenan Allen too? Or no? That's right. Well, I got to make up for the Debo pick here. And yeah, I'd rather have Mike Williams with Justin Herbert, but that's debatable. Yeah, 519, man. He doesn't have the shield by his name for no reason. They don't just give those out. They just don't give those out. Derek's taking home the bag this year, y'all. He's taking home the bag. 30% Jamison Williams. There you go, Bama. That's a shout out for your boy down there. What does that mean, Dick? What does that mean, Bush? What do you mean? What's really going on, partner? He's a professional best ball drafter. He's a professional fantasy football player. And his work is seasonal. And he drinks a lot of Red Bull. So, therefore, he doesn't have to sleep as much. And he can draft more. Oh, don't mind if I do. Thank you. I was not expecting DJ Moore to fall back to me, but my league mates are kind enough. Bush Leaguers said, I thought I used to be a degenerate with like 21 leagues in CBS and CBs for a couple of years. Oh, it's quite a few leagues. You gotta appreciate the blatant honesty. Derek said, I have no life. He does have life. He's got dogs. Look at the dogs, man. He's got the dogs in the pictures. So that's at least like an hour a day, right? Maybe not even. I don't know how long of walks you take your dogs on. I have heard you in the comments before say that you take your dogs on walks or you take them to the dog park, but it's like in the middle of the night when no people are there. So I'm sure that takes some time. I think you also mentioned you take a nap for like 2 to 3 hours a day. So you got some life. You got some life, man. What really blows my mind is that Derek, before, I don't know if he was messing with me or joking, he did say he has a girlfriend. What blows my mind is that he's able to get away with 1,300 best ball drafts this preseason while still having a girlfriend. That's what blows my mind. I don't know how he did that, but I have to learn. I gotta learn how he did that. That's impressive. That's cool. CBS Sportsline. That sounds like some kind of early day DraftKings or. She thinks I'm working. Is that the secret? Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's it. All right. I know the secret now. Yeah, honey, I gotta work late tonight. Gotta work late tonight. Over there getting in more drafts. Working them draft rooms, baby. That's it. That's it. I'm going to be doing more. I'm doing as many drafts as humanly possible right now. I'm definitely distracted during the day. It's probably impacted my day job, but not a whole lot. I tried, I've only done 100 of these, Oh, look. Oh, I said my pick was 10 hours there for a second. Oh, there's Allen Robinson again. Gotta diversify. Let's go Sutton. Gotta diversify. I already have 4 wide receivers. Yeah, just a semi-degenerate. I have done about 100 best balls, and I was told my wife that I was only going to do less than 4 seasonal leagues this year, but that number has since grown to now, I think, 7. So yeah, we're gonna have to cut it off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's now 7. So not crazy. I have had to say no to. Oh, I'm back on the clock. I'm a functioning draftaholic. That's a great description. Oh, let's go with that Breece Hall upside here. We're gonna go with the Breece Hall upside. Nick, what happened, man? You disappeared for 45 minutes, only to come back with Sutton is inferior to Judy. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think in terms of route running, yes, Judy is better, but the routes that they demand of him based on his position where he lines up. Oh, Nick, I didn't know that. Oh, there you go. Look at that, man. Nick is Seattle 2411. Awesome. So check this out. You guys want an advanced stat on Judy? I want you guys to check out Jerry Judy's contested catch rate last year. Right? Judy's contested catch rate was only 6.7%. It's numbered 96 amongst wide receivers last year. Now, you would think that with him being such a good route runner, he would be good against man coverage, right? Total route wins, number 88 amongst wide receivers. Route win rate, 40%, number 47. Win rate versus man, number 53 amongst wide receivers. So, yeah, I'm not sold on Judy one bit. Judy played 16 games in 2020, 856 receiving yards. Now, some people lean to the fact that Jeudy had solid numbers with on the field in his splits with Sutton on the field. But last year he only played 10 games. And we've already seen that Jeudy is a little bit more frail, man. He started out his career frail. Week 2, rib contusion. Week 9, shoulder sprain. Week 12, ankle sprain. Week 12, Achilles strain. So he had an ankle sprain and an Achilles strain in the same week in 2020. And then week 1 of 2021 has a high ankle sprain. And where does he drop his passes? When he's running over the middle, man, because he's afraid of getting hit. And he doesn't have the size to take those kind of hits. Sorry, guys, back on the clock here. We're going to go Trey Lance again? Yeah, I guess we are. Hey, heck yeah, we are. Got Deebo Samuel. Why not? Let's do it. So I think that Jerry Jeudy didn't play a full season in his senior year at Alabama. Got hurt. I'm absolutely not convinced that Jerry Jeudy is better than Cortland Sutton. No way. Plus, Russell Wilson likes to throw the ball to the outside of the field more. That's where Cortland Sutton's gonna live, man. Putting up 1,100 yards on 1,500 air. He had 1,500 air yards last year as well. There's no way Sutton doesn't have a better season this year than Jeudy. No way, dude. No way. Cortland Sutton was number 5 in unrealized air yards last year. 892 unrealized air yards. Plus, his average distance of target was number 2 amongst wide receivers at 15.7. So, add that up, man. Put him on the outside. Russ is going to be throwing those beautiful Russell Wilson deep balls to Cortland Sutton. I think Judy's got a fine floor, but where Judy's current ADP is at, give me Terry McLaurin, give me DJ Moore, give me Juju Smith-Schuster, give me Sutton, give me Allen Robinson. Maybe Derek disagree there, but I'll take Allen Robinson over Jerry Jeudy this year. This year, seasonal long. Jerry Judy's still young. Maybe he does develop. But oh man, this is so weird that you what about KJ Hamler? What about KJ Hamler, Nick? That's what I'm saying, man. This is exactly what I'm saying. What? Hamler over Sutton? All right, Nick. Puff, puff, pass, brother. Puff, puff, pass, man. You sitting on that thing. Unrealized air yards, brother. It's a real thing. All right, Derek. He draws the line. Jeudy over A-Rob. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised to hear you soured that much over A-Rob. I guess he's gotten a little too rich for you, or you just really are you really hurt after last year? Did you have a lot of A-Rob exposure last year and you get burned? What's the hate on A-Rob this year for? I guess I did so well on A-Rob in 2020 that I feel last year, like 2019, 2020, like A-Rob has always been a beast. So now that he's on the Rams, I guess I'm buying into that hype. But no, he had 0 A-Rob. Okay, well, damn it. You know what's weird is there's oh, I'm on the clock. Sorry guys. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Oh, I'm in a running back dead zone. I'm in the running back dead zone. You know when you see Elijah Mitchell and Josh Jacobs up on your board, you're in the running back dead zone. So screw it. Let's get a quarterback. Let's go, Russ. All right. I ate a ghost pepper. I've eaten several ghost peppers, actually. I was like a ghost pepper guy. No, he hasn't. Dude, his quarterbacks have been total dog shit. Yeah, it's because he's never had a good quarterback, Bush Sliggers. Because look how good Odell. And I know you're gonna hate this. You're probably gonna I'm just like setting you up to totally smash this take, but I'm like Odell Beckham Jr. did just fine with targets. Yeah, I've worked from home for 9 years now. I worked from home for the last 9 years. But so yeah, I used to eat a lot of ghost peppers, and I decided I was gonna retire from it, dude, because I started thinking it was messing me up, man. Because I have the ability to eat some very spicy stuff, and then like not drink anything, not eat anything. You know, I did the whole cinnamon challenge where you eat a tablespoon of cinnamon and nobody can swallow it without spitting it out. I did that. I swallowed that shit. Did not spit it out at all. Also ate a Carolina Reaper, which is hotter than a ghost pepper. Ate that, didn't drink or eat anything for 15 minutes afterwards. There's actually a video out there on YouTube from many years ago. This is probably like 10 years ago now, where I ate a ghost pepper. It was the NFC Championship game, and the Packers were playing the Dallas Cowboys. It was that game where Des Bryant clearly had a touch. I remember this like it was yesterday. You guys know what game I'm talking about. Des Bryant had that touchdown at the end. You remember that game. And I ate a ghost pepper. I was at some dude's house, ate a ghost pepper on a bet, and another guy there recorded it, and it was funny. It was funny. It was a weak pepper, but I ate too many of them. Like I did too many spicy food challenges, crazy stuff, man. What am I doing here? I'll take another tight end. Auto pick Andy's on it. Auto pick Andy reporting for duty. That's the thing. He didn't score. He didn't score. I guess we need to step it up. Yeah, those are pretty hot too. In fact, I knew some Trinidadians, man. I went over to their house. I ate one of those too. They were growing some in their backyard. We used to play poker and watch football in their backyard. Super like Islander style, man. Outside Florida, like they had like a little tent set up. Be playing poker, dominoes, eating scorpion peppers, drinking beer, watching football. It was back in the day. Sneaking out behind the boat back there. Get some of the herbals. I'm ready. Auto pick Andy is ready for the next pick. No, sir. If I commit to swallowing something, I ain't spitting it out. There was one time when I was in France on vacation, JJ, and I like spicy stuff, so I ordered the andouille. Well, andouille over here is a spicy sausage that tastes very good. So I ordered the andouille over there, and they're like, "Oh, you gonna eat this?" Like blah blah blah. I'm like, "What are you talking about? I like spicy stuff. The andouille is good." And the andouille over there in French, like in France, like real andouille is literally the poop shoot of the pig. And it's made out of the poop. It's made out of the wrapper on the sausage is the colon, and it's all this mixed up stuff. It's like all guts and meat and probably, I don't know, brains. I don't know what all they put in this, but literally it smelled like the poop shoot of a pig. And it smelled like it too, strong coming out. And these French guys were laughing at me, and they were making fun of me like I wasn't going to eat it. I ate every I kid you guys not. So what I did was I got extra spicy mustard. They had this spicy mustard. I got extra spicy mustard. I ate every last single piece of that andouille. I was not about to let them call me out on that. Derek doesn't like the cock talk. More picky. It's a true story though. It's a true story. True story. I'm trying to make my picks. You guys just pick so quick. It keeps coming back to me. I know it's late. This was your guys' idea. Just for the record. This late night draft, getting me drunk, getting me doing best ball drafts till 1:30 a.m. in the morning. This is all your guys' idea. I had nothing to do with this. Can I say, man? My community wants to draft at 1 a.m. I say let's draft at 1 a.m., man. Okay. Fine, I'll give you team breakdowns. Homer definitely went with a 0 RB build here. Yep. I like it, man. Chase, Adams, Lamb, Hill, ETN, Zeke Elliott. Whew, son. Justin Herbert in the 7th? That's good value. Why is your daughter swimming at 5 a.m.? That's some seriously early swim practice, JJ. Are you like an insomniac like me? Just don't. No, I do. I don't have insomnia. I like to stay up late. But I'll be tired. I'll be probably crash tomorrow night. I'll be tired tomorrow night. I'll definitely drink an energy drink tomorrow. Normally I don't drink an energy drink till like in the afternoon, but I might be hitting that competitive swim team. So this is like Michael Phelps training. Get those backstrokes in. Those. Oh, you're an hour behind. 5 a.m. 5 hours. I'm sure you work from home too. So. It's probably an indoor pool. If I had to guess, it's going to be all lit up, turned on. But man, that is that's some hard swimming right there, bro. Why do I need another tight end? I don't think I need another tight end. I think I need more running backs. I feel like you guys sharked a lot of running backs here. I feel like Antonio Gibson's ADP has not risen much since the Brian Robinson carjacking news. And maybe it will. Maybe it will by next week. I really haven't seen the sold transactions for Antonio Gibson really pick up that much either. And I think it's the whole, holy crap. It must be morning time over in Spain. Good morning. Sports card. Yes, I am. Drafting around the clock, Paul. Drafting around the clock. This is how you get good, man. See the extents to what I go through. What's gonna be on the nice 7:05 a.m. Getting ready for the day. Isn't that something? Just woke up from a full night's sleep. Brian Robinson's back on the field today, running with the ones. It's awesome. What's going to be on stream? Shot in the league? Not in this one. He's 50 Cent now, man. Brian Robinson is 50 Cent. I've done about 100 of these best ball drafts, Paul, and I'm in 7 season-long leagues. But that's nothing compared to our man Derek Richard right here. Thursday. Yeah, I believe Shant is in the Thursday one. I need more running backs in this build. Paul, we got to get you on some underdog, man. I'm glad you're here. No, this is great timing, man. Why I got you here first thing in the morning. This is great. This is the best way to start your day off right here, man. We're so close, and I know you want to help out the football card quest. And I don't know, we're like 3-4 people away. You could probably do it from where you're at. And this is great practice for your season-long leagues, is go to underdogfantasy.com. Make sure you use promo code QUEST. You see it scrolling around there at the bottom. Promo code QUEST. And just you can put in as little as 10. You can put in 100. But with promo code QUEST, you're going to get a 100% instant deposit bonus. And you're going to get entered into a chance to win a 2022 Prism Draft Picks Hobby Box. So that if we get to 100 new signups before the season starts, Underdog Fantasy is going to donate this to the quest. So this is big, man. I got to get you on Underdog. I got to get you and Kendall going on some Underdog Fantasy drafts, because the way I could do 100 of these, Paul, is I don't have to do any roster sit decisions on a weekly basis in these. So best ball is fantastic, dude, because you just focus on the draft. And this is actually a private league. So what I've been spinning up a lot lately, and normally we do 12-person leagues when it's like 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. But obviously this late, we fill it up with 6. So with six guys, all these guys are in the chat right now. Bama, Seattle, who's Nick out there? He's lurking. He's ready to take me down for my Cortland Sutton takes. Bush Leaguers, Derek with the shield because he's highly experienced. And Homer's good, man. Yeah, no roster start sit decisions on a weekly basis. You automatically get the most amount of points for each position, right? So like 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, flex, standard, no kickers, no defense. And then you just draft a big team. You draft your team, you draft a bigger bench than normal. So like 8-9 person bench. and then they'll just automatically give you the most amount of points based on you have Rodgers, Cousins, and Carr on your fantasy team. Whichever one scores the most points that week, that's the one you get points for. And so then whoever gets the most accumulative points throughout the regular season takes home the prize. And so in the private leagues, we're a small player pool, but they also have big tournaments. You use promo code Quest, you get that 100% instant. No slow drip, Paul. No slow drip. You get that instant deposit bonus. You can go take it, put you in a Best Ball Mania 3, drafting against other sharp drafters. So you're going to get really good at drafting. This is going to prepare you for that Card Content Creator Bowl. Guys, next Tuesday night, we have a Card Content Creator Bowl. We got Paul in it from Sports Card Strategy. We got you got to get a VPN, man. You got to go get you a NordVPN. Oh, man, that stinks. Yeah, you would have to sign up for one of those web app-based VPNs, and then you could make it think that you're in Tennessee. That's how you would do it. That's how a few guys have done it before. Get around that geographical limit. Derek says it doesn't work. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought it did work because Billy's in Canada, and I thought for sure that it had been like Canada changed it to some type of gambling thing. Or maybe it is available in Canada. Huh. Well, I appreciate you trying, Paul. Yeah, I am pumped for our Content Creator League. Yeah, you probably did it wrong, Derek. No, I don't know, man. You say you're not a computer guy, but what do I not know about Ertz? No, he's just falling as a byproduct of everybody on the Arizona Cardinals. I think if you look at fantasy value of everybody on the Arizona Cardinals are at value. They're all at value, man. And it's just a dysfunctional offseason for them. And so they've all fallen. You're not missing anything about Ertz. Ertz is a great value, other than the fact he's like 33 years old. But I mean, other than that, he's a great value. So that's it, guys. That is a wrap, man. That is a wrap for tonight. There's my exposure, Paul. So you can see. Let's apply. 42 teams, but these are single quarterback teams. Then you got to add in all my superflex teams. I don't think this is showing all my drafts. Sit and goes. Draft type. Check out that Jacoby Myers exposure, Derek. Yeah. You know you like it. 30% Leonard Fournette. 31% Alexander Madison. 26% A-Rob. There we go. Thanks, Paul. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. A big year for you. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, looking forward to next Tuesday night. Looking forward to 2023 for sure. It's going to be big, man. Big. I'm going to go to the National in 2023. Let's do it. All right, guys. But that's it. I'm out of here. Peace. You guys have a good night. Had a lot of fun drafting with you guys tonight. I'll see you guys mañana. Peace.